what's up guys, it's Super Rose Plays here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the two new cars in the game, the AE86 aka the DEJA, and the C3 Corvette aka the Ray. Now, we're going to review them. When it comes to speed, the AE86 is actually a really zippy car. I might actually recommend this to noobs, because this thing's like, this thing's got a handling that's comparable to a classic, and also it drifts. But I won't demonstrate that to the end of the video. It's slow, but what can you expect? It's a $10,000 car. Well, in terms of speed, Ray's basically a direct upgrade to the Camaro. It basically has 2 seats. Even though it's a lower suspension, it makes up for this with its much faster speed. For example, this thing can accelerate much faster than 86, but because at least it costs a reasonable cost, just $25,000. Unlike, because I thought this thing cost $50K, because this thing can beat performance of cars that are double its cost. Handling wise, the AE86 aka the DEJA is really good at, and also I'll demonstrate as soon as we enter the city, because like we're about to enter City Street, and this thing is really good for city driving. This thing has handles as well as a classic, yet costs a fifth of the cost. And still, it's slow, but it's only 10K, so it's not the worst car to jailbreak. And also, it also has 3 extra seats compared to class. As for handling, this thing borrows the really good handling from the Camaro. Just makes it, well, this thing still has really good handling. I'll give it that, cause like the Camaro has good handling, and like now the Corvette will too. Cause this thing's handling is buttery smooth. Like I can just like this thing can easily go for turn. And it's also much faster than the Camaro too. So how will this thing off-road? Well, in AE86 off-road's actually pretty good. At least the off-road's a bit better than the Camaro does. And for a final test, we're gonna see how well it can go over things other than sand dunes and go railroad tracks. It can actually go over railroad tracks and make this thing a much better off-road than the default car. And it costs only 10K. This thing actually off-roads quite well for a car it costs only 10K. This thing's like way better than the pickup truck. It only costs $1,000 more. Actually, I should just skip pickup truck and get distancing instead. It's like a much better. And how well can off-road? Let's see. Even though it has low suspension, it can still off-road pretty well though. I can still go over hills pretty well. Still crawl over hills. So it just takes a while to cross. Now let's test it on the dune. Almost most cars can go in the dunes, except those cars with super low suspension. Most things struggles a bit. The dunes sink to its like low suspension, but it's still good off-roading though. It's a bit slower off-roading, but it's not as good as 8086 because it's low suspension. Well, the AE86 spawn location is actually pretty convenient. Even though it's spawned in a place where all minions and wasn't really that popular. At least this car actually has good specs because of its inconvenient location. It isn't just another car. It also has a mini, and it's spawned near like barely anybody drives it now. Like, actually, this thing actually has good spawn location because it's like right next to the prison, and like now everybody knows like now they made like residents are much simpler and like much easier to get around now, and so. That's why this thing has a really good spawn location, but if you want to spawn anywhere, you can just use the garages. Or if you're rich enough, you can just use the mobile garage. Well, the Corvette spawns, it's a bit inconvenient of a spawn location, though, unless if you're robbing like the cargo plane or cargo ship, like it's still a good spawn location because like you can easily remedy this in the garage if you want to spawn this in the town. Because like you're only gonna really go here unless you rob like the cargo ship or the plane. This thing's low specs, even struggles to go railroad. Overall, this thing is a good spawn location because like you know it's a dead end, you can just access it easily with helicopters. Even if you're not in the car. Now the last question after this car is like, how well does it drift? Now let's see. Let's do some AE86 drifting initial D-stop. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel. And be sure to check out our merch shop. We sell some really epic merch. Until the next video, guys. Bye.